Why hello everybody, welcome to the Screen Speak channel. My name's Spencer and you are watching episode 1 of my podcast called Behind the Screen. I surely hope that you guys are having a wonderful day today, and I certainly am. And I am coming to you from my dorm room where I made one vlog, and I really hope that this is on the channel, because I don't know if this will be on the channel, because it's all just coming out of my mouth, coming out of my mind here. And I wanted to sit down today to really, I have nothing else to do today, as of all days. The semester literally just started. Today's day 1 of classes. I apologize if you hear any noise outside. I don't have any mics on me. I have my light shining on me, as you can tell. Love the light. But I'm doing this today because I need something to talk about. And I don't actually have any notes pulled up here. I have my computer right next to me. But I'm doing this on a whim, as I've normally done some of my reviews. But I just wanted to sit down and have a little chat. I needed something to do on this night here, so I'm gonna probably just talk. My camera only runs for 20 minutes, but I wanted to make an episode here, and I'm gonna go in a little bit more of a discussion about why I'm starting to do this and what I want to do here for this semester, the next year, and the rest of my life. I'm a talker, so here's what's happening. I'm calling this Behind the Screen, and it's kind of what I want. I like the name Behind the Screen. It works for me, it works for my channel, and it works for my rebranding sense. It works, in those multiple ways. It works because I'm calling my channel Screen Speak. It works because, what's on my wall back there? Oh, it's the thing for the door. I have salt on my camera. It works because my channel is called Screen Speak. It works because I like watching movies, and I feel like the notion behind the screen, it really can capture my life behind the camera screen, like behind the movie screen, as well as what's my life like behind just movies. And also, if I have my friends on this podcast, which I kind of want to do, I don't know how, this is my thing I have in my head here, kind of how, this introduction for you, just kind of how this will work, is what, I don't know if I'm going to have my friends on, because I have these right here. I have these this is video only. There's no audio podcast. I used to do an audio version of my podcast, and I might do that, if I move out, get more technical, but as of right now, I'm not going to focus on that. That was too complicated. I have these, can you see these? No, of course not. I have these audio mics, not just audio mics, wireless mics that you can hook up to yourself, and that'll be perfect for vlogging and picking things up. So I'll definitely be using those at some point, but I don't know if it's I want to be having the podcast, because I'm definitely going to be doing vlogs. But if I just want to make this by myself, or if I want to have sit down, have other people with me in my dorm, don't know yet. Don't know the structure of that. But what I will say is this. As I scratch my eye because my eyelash was having issues. I will figure that out later. But I like the name. I lost track in and of itself. So that's that. That's the reason behind the name. I had to sit down, like I said. Classes just started today. Went fine. So I have millions of things going on. So, apologize for the noise out there. I'm living in a suite, as you guys know. I made my room tour vlog, so be sure to check that out. I did that, but like I said, I want to sit down here today. I've really just been interested to talk to you guys, make this thing for you, come back with the podcast, come back. I've been doing vlogs. I love doing vlogs, and I've rebranded my channel, as you guys know. That's not new. Well, it is new, but I've said that for many, many times. I've wanted to change my name from Lego. I rebranded now. And for all you people out there, I've gotten no comments, but I really, I've had a bunch of, a few fans out there, a couple of Lego fans, ones that I've just fallen out with on Instagram. I don't know if it's because the pandemic, I had a great time during the pandemic. I don't know if that's because, things, I don't know what it's been, people changing, I guess. But for instance, I had many Lego fans on here that would really like my channel, just stick to it, but I've been I've been apprehensive to keep my channel, if that's the right terminology. I've been apprehensive to keep my channel that way, and I really wanted to change it. I've been, like, not concerned, but, like, committed to changing it. I did. So what I did is I changed it now. I'm all rebranded. It's cool. Now I'm back here. I really wanted to do a podcast. Didn't know if I had the time. And I don't know if this is going to be how often this will be scheduling wise. But I want to do this. Funny enough, my friend, like, speaking of that, my friend in my class told me today, who in this marketing class, where 6 of my friends from my major are in it. Great class. Hope I stay in it. There's a whole confuzzle of things. I'm on the wait list. Just bonkers. So my friend told me that he's like, hey, I was thinking of starting a band. Want to join? And I'm like, told him like, yeah, I play piano, so like, let's do that. If you don't know, guys, I play piano. I do some piano posts over on my Instagram channel. Check it out. But I would be down to do a band with him and his friend, him and other people. And I'm like, sign me up. So I got his snap. We're gonna do that. Hopefully it happens. I'd like to do it. It would be disappointing if it didn't happen, but we don't know what life holds. So that may or may not happen. If it does happen, don't know how long this will happen. Don't know how long like schedules will work. Apologies for the noise. But by the way, I just thought I'd tell you that. Also, I don't really know what other information I have to tell you besides the introduction. I told you why I've been doing this, or why I wanted to do this again. I did have a Lego podcast, if you guys didn't know already, 2 years ago. 4 years have gone by since I've done my other podcast, guys. That time goes by, but here we are, reviving this thing. So, like I said, I'm back. Maybe... Oh no, because my wireless mics go to my phone. I was like, maybe I should use it for my camera, but I realized I can't. I can only use it towards the phone, which is totally fine. Totally fine. So, yeah. By the way, this is only video, strictly video. If I want, I'm just going to reiterate, this is strictly video, not audio. There's no audio podcast format. I might do that in the future. It's just too much work for me. I'm about to start. Like I said, start a class today. Don't have any real work to do, so I just had to sit down and talk to you about something. So, with that said, I actually do want to get started on what today's episode is going to be about, besides the introduction. So that's that. I physically, like I said, I don't know how long. It's just going to be audio, or it's just going to be video format for now. Don't know how often it'll be, but I'd like to do it more consecutive, more on a daily basis, not daily basis, but more on a regular basis, scheduled basis than just... Maybe today I'll do it. Now, who knows if it's once a week. It could be just once a week. I'll try to do once a week. You know what? I'm going to try to do once a week. See how that goes. If it gets too much for me, I'll let you guys know in the future and tell you guys. But, now that I'm saying this, it's on the channel. This is totally going on the channel. But I just have to let you guys know in the future if it gets too much for me. I really hope it doesn't, but I'd like to continue vlogging with my friends, see where that goes, see where this goes, and see if I can get people on this podcast. But I really don't know, because I vlog with my friends and I go to movies and already do movie reviews, but I really wanted to bring this back in some way, shape, or form. So, I don't know. Episode 1, preemptive, we'll see. Who knows? Don't know. But anyway, let's kick things off with what's happening. So I'm calling this, I don't know what the title of this is yet, but it's related to do with spooky season and stuff of that nature. Stowaway. You're a stowaway, kids. Spooky season is upon us, and I'm about to go see Beetlejuice, hopefully opening night, Friday night-ish, with my friends. And very excited for that, very pumped up. Love the first Beetlejuice, made a lot of money. Made a lot of money. It depends. Who knows how much it made. It made it enough that it's well versed in the popular pop culture zeitgeist. We know that much. I love it a lot. I watched it the first time with my parents, and I went, "That is a movie that needs a sequel." And it's getting a sequel like 30 years later. It's like the oldest movie to deserve a sequel. Like, I think it's the longest movie that's ever been waiting for a sequel in my head. That I know of. I don't know of any other one. That's been this long. Like, movies have gotten older over time, but not since the sequel we've waited a long time for The Incredibles 2, but not as long for Beetlejuice. So not as long as that. Beetlejuice has been the longest thing that I know. So that's coming up. But I watched some stuff in the past 2 weeks since I've been here, or week here, that's been really good. So I don't know what I want to really talk about first, because there's so much stuff. There's this one thing, if you guys don't know the animation behind Rick and Morty, Rick and Morty is like my favorite show. Rick and Morty, and there's a show called The Solar Opposites, which I haven't really talked about Solar Opposites before, but it's the same animation style. There's this Hulu special called The Polony Show. The Polony Show Halloween special. And it's a segment of shorts, like, I don't know, 10 or so different shorts. And if you haven't heard of this, I hadn't either until I finished watching Solar Opposites Season 5. And on Disney Plus it comes up with The Polony Show. And I'm like, oh, I'll watch this since, Halloween's right around the corner. Well, kind of right around the corner. I feel like late August, like since I'm here now, kind of Halloween's just picking up steam. I mean, my dorm door actually has pumpkins on it with my name on it, so I like that. I love Halloween, and pumpkins fit the vibe of this semester, so I'm down to clown, guys. So, that should be my catchphrase, and I should just have a T-shirt that says "I'm down to clown." Anyway, so I watched it, and it's fine enough. But it's like the main storyline is going around with the animation of these characters called the Polonies, and talking about jokes about Hulu that was really kind of not necessary, and then they just kept going into these like Halloween shorts that some of them were fun, and then other ones like this Michael Cusack, the guy who did Smiling Friends, which I thought Smiling Friends was a riot. I watched it with my best friend back at home, and he's like, this is awesome. Or she showed it to me and I was like, I like Smiling Friends, and I thought it was kind of funny. But this Michael Cusack thing was interesting, but it felt like not even relevant to Halloween. It was just this gag about this guy, like this hand dude, and then this big head dude talking about his girlfriend and him like having a relationship and maybe having sex. And I'm going, okay, but what does this have to do with Halloween at all? And it's like, happy Halloween, dude. It's it's the 31st of October, Halloween. I'm like, okay, but nothing about that was spooky. The thing that I laughed at is I got a kick out seeing a Beetlejuice parody. That was awesome. And it really felt, like I was asking myself, at the end, because I was wanting to know like what his real name was. Because it was like, that's my name, like on this piece of paper. It's something really, really bad. Go say my name 3 times, and he got like kicked out. It got like shunned out because he said something really, really bad. I was like, was it the N-word? Was it, what was it? I want to know. I doubt it. But I'm like, what was really bad on there? I'm like, I don't know. And anyway, I'm just really confused. And things like that. Some of it was really good. There was a Gilbert Gottfried short. There were things like that. And some really weird animation, like a cannibal restaurant in hell. I don't know what it was, where a beetle was cooking people, slaughtering people. I don't know. Really interesting short. Like if you like these like weird animated shorts, claymation one too. Really strange stuff. Go check it out. It's called The Polony Show Halloween Special on Disney Plus. I recommend it if you like different segmented animation shorts. Other than that, I did watch Don't Breathe. I literally watched Don't Breathe like an hour before making this. Is that what I want to talk about next? I guess. We'll go there. Segues. All segues are crap. But I love Don't Breathe. I watched Don't Breathe. Might watch Don't Breathe 2, depending on how I feel in the mood. I have not watched Oddity yet, and that did not get me in the mood. But Don't Breathe was a great ride. From beginning to end, I was hooked. Same with another movie I'm going to get to later, but I mean, I wasn't sure what to figure out to talk about next. So I watched Don't Breathe. Literally watched that tonight, and it was great. It was a great ride. The characters were great. Stephen Lang as the blind man, incredible. I'm sure all of you have seen it. I hadn't yet. I heard, Fede Alvarez. I watched the 2013 Evil Dead. Loved it because, Fede Alvarez is great and all. But Sam Raimi, here's the thing. It wasn't the first Evil Dead I watched. I watched clips of the old ones, and then I watched Evil Dead Rise, and then... No, sorry. I watched clips of the old one, and then I watched Evil Dead 2. No, scratch that. Sorry. I watched clips years ago, right? My dad was like, here's some funny stuff, right? No idea what I was watching. Then I watched the first one, then I watched the second one, then I watched think I still did that out of order. I think I watched 2013's first before I knew anything. Then I went back and watched 1 and 2. Then I watched Evil Dead Rise and went, I love these way more than I... So, 2013's Evil Dead is amazing by Fede Alvarez. And I didn't really know who the director was until Alien Romulus came out. I'm like, oh, that's the guy that did 2013 Evil Dead. Now I'm watching Don't Breathe, and I love the guy even more now. The fact that Sam Raimi produced 2013 Evil Dead as well as Don't Breathe is fascinating to me. Because I feel like they're best friends. And I wish he kind of I don't know why I wish he kind of produced the new Alien movie, but it's kind of beyond me. I just wish Sam Raimi did more. But I really can't wait to watch Alien Romulus. But Don't Breathe was great. It was really tense, and I did not expect that the blind man who's played by Stephen Lang, who is the bad guy in Avatar, was like this horror. It was like a horror crime film, and it was great. Like, not crime like Cops, but it was like a robbery type thing, and it was amazing. Not what I expected at all. It was way more, because there's these creature feature horror things, and which I'll get to in a minute in another segment. But this felt just like human character. I mean, they were human characters, which is what made it really fun. And I liked that because it just felt kind of more grounded, using weapons, using your fists, using hands, using sounds, like The Quiet Place, right? Quiet Place has aliens in it, but this felt like A Quiet Place, but no aliens or creatures in it. And that's what made this, to me, a great horror film of all time. Probably top 10 or top 5. It definitely cracked the top 10 for me. Probably top 5 horrors. I don't know. It was great. But, I don't really want to talk about much else. If you guys have seen it, if you haven't, go watch it. But I don't really want to spoil anything. But that said, speaking of great horrors, I gotta go straight into the next one and talk about Sting. Well, no, I'm going to save that. I'm going to talk about Abigail. I want to save Sting. Stay in your seats, because I'm going to talk about Sting after Abigail. With Abigail, I watched that one. And, here's the thing. Because I haven't talked about Sting yet, you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. But I like Sting way more. But Abigail, I was trying to get into it. I haven't seen Oddity yet. But Abigail, there's something with it where, by the way, Dan Stevens is in it, who voices Corvo now in Solar Opposites, who has that British voice, and that took over for Justin Roiland. And let me tell you, I got through the whole movie like, oh, I forgot that was even him. Didn't even sound like Corvo, like British voice at all. It just sounded American. Maybe he was doing an American accent, and I just totally brain farted for like the entire movie, because, dang, good role, good acting. So, great characters. Catherine Newton, love her. Dan Stevens, I like the dude, like the acting chops. There's some other characters in it, I liked it, but it was a good movie. I don't know if I'd watch it again. It's not bad like vampires. There's bloody gore, but let me tell you, still keep you on your seats. I'm gonna watch Sting again. I haven't told you yet about it, but Abigail, there's some bad. It wasn't bad. It's a great horror film. I think something about like I said about Don't Breathe. It's something about this that it just, I wish. Well, and again, it's nothing the fact that it's not the fact that I didn't think Abigail wasn't good. It's not the fact that I didn't think that the effects didn't look good. Hey, they're vampires. They're drinking blood. It was fun, and it was a good time. But if any of you can relate to me with what I'm about to say, I feel like I just like horror films that are grounded. Like, even the Quiet Place, right? Even though there are aliens in that, I like Quiet Place way more than this Abigail movie, because maybe this is like an alien, maybe it's just like a preference thing. Even like Stranger Things, I feel like these. It's like Abigail. It's nothing about the blood or how gory it was. I just think about, maybe I'm just thinking like vampires just aren't. I don't know what. Maybe it just wasn't my thing, and who knows? Now, I'm sure because I haven't gotten to Oddity yet. I've said that enough. But what I'm trying to say is, I just think I haven't gotten into Oddity yet. I'm sure I would like Abigail way more than Oddity if I did watch Oddity. I don't know, maybe it's just my preference type of a thing. But like I haven't watched a horror movie and gone, eh. Because right? It with the scary clown. I kind of like scared. Like I wasn't really scared by Abigail, and maybe it was. Maybe I watched it the wrong time. Maybe it just wasn't. I don't know, man. I feel like Abigail was trying to be way more silly than it was scary. And I feel like that's the problem. Maybe I didn't watch it right. Now, I don't know about you. If you've seen Abigail, let me know in the comments, because something about it just, again, it wasn't scary. I'm sure to a kid, maybe. But I was sitting there going, by the end, just like, alright. By the end of Don't Breathe, I was like, man, that was tense. Man, that was so tense. But I don't know. I just kind of was like, huh. So that's just me. That's just me. And maybe you felt different. I don't know. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. If you have seen Abigail, I'd really like to know. Because some about it just didn't. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. Really good acting, really good vampire gore and everything, and blood going everywhere. I'd have to watch it again, like with a friend or something, because for me it was a great watch. It just wasn't like a memorable, like, yeah, this is a repetitive movie viewing experience for me, like every Halloween. But you know what was. Because I can't talk about Abigail. I don't want to sit here and be a broken record. But you know what was a repetitive movie watch for every Halloween season? Is Sting. And Sting is a movie about spiders, or one spider specifically, that gets larger over time in like rapid time. And you know what? I'm going to give you a warning. Not to what I'm going to say, because it's not spoilery. Or it could be spoilery, but spoilers are irrelevant. I'm going to give you a warning right now. If you have any interest in watching this movie, if you have a fear of spiders, do not watch it. I have a great friend she is not allergic. She has many allergies. She's afraid of spiders. I warned her. I said, hey, I just watched this great horror. Do not watch it. It has spiders, or a spider, and you will not like it. Okay, so, with that said, Sting, this 12-year-old girl, is fascinated by this little spider she picks up, and I was, like, watching this going, like, I was 20 minutes in. Well, this first 6 minutes is, like, about this grandma who she's, like, calling the exterminator. And I was very intrigued, like, what's going on here, huh? I wonder what's going on. And then it picks up, like, next 10, 12 minutes. I can't do math right because, I said 6, so then the next, part of that 20 minutes would be 14 minutes. 14 minutes. So I was like, this girl finds a spider and is keeping it and feeding it and, whistling. And this guy, like, later down the line is like, spiders don't do this. Like, this is not a spider. This guy who's researching fish and whatnot. But the girl is fascinated. And I'm fascinated about this little, like, 12-year-old girl is just keeping this spider, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, spider, woohoo, I like it, yeah, smiley, ooh, giggly. It cracked me up. And this father and daughter relationship, well, stepdad, because the dad's gone. The real dad's gone. And the mom, like, this family relationship in this movie was awesome. I had never seen it before in a horror film. Don't Breathe in this, like, I don't know, let me tell you. They've both made it into my top 10 horror films. 2 in the same Halloween season. Like, this year. Like, Don't Breathe has come out years ago, but I love Don't Breathe. I need to make a list of, like, my top 10 horror films, dude. This is, like, these were epic. Like, I love Don't Breathe. Don't Breathe is awesome, and I can't believe I haven't watched it before now. But Sting was awesome. The creature effects on the spider, the way every time it ate something, every time it got someone. And let me tell you, there's these two characters, like I said, the grandma, and then, like, the aunt, whatever her name is. Gunter is her name. She was stupid. She reminded me of, like, Aunt Petunia from, like, Harry Potter, or the Sponge and Aunt Spike from James and the Giant Peach, like, cranky old ladies like that. She reminded me of them. But I was like, get her out of here. But not only that, I think she was gone. But by the fact that the people escaped, the exterminator was gone. Exterminator died. But the family made it out alive. I was like, whippy. And the girl just being fascinated with spiders was amazing. It blew me away. I was like, I don't know. I want to be dad someday. If I have a girl dad, I'll be there for my daughter. I want to be there for my son. I want to be there for whatever type of, whatever child I have, either gender, both, one gender, whatever it is. But the fact that this girl was fascinated with spiders, like, let her. I mean, like, yes, like, you can't, having a spider as a pet is a ridiculous idea, a ridiculous notion. It really doesn't make sense. But, you know, for all the young girls out there who may be watching this video, or, you know, just dads out there to your kids, let them be creative. I don't know. I don't really know if, you know, playing with nature, but just let them do their thing. Let them get dirty, I guess. I don't know what I mean by that. What I mean by that is just let them play. If they find a spider, woo, spider. I don't know. It could be venomous. But let them just be themselves, guys. Really. This film, it's not educational. It was a horror film. But I was just, like, surprised, like, this girl was, like, into spiders. And I'm like, let them be into bugs. Don't just hold them hostile. Let them be into themselves. Let them use their imagination and be creative and all this fun stuff. But I was just, like, watching this going, I'm fascinated that she's fascinated about these spiders. About spiders in general. And, you know, that's Sting for you. I'll let you watch the rest of the movie for itself. Let it unfold. I mean, as I said, the family makes it out, but you don't really know how, so I'll let you watch it. But it's just great. It's great. You know, it's one of these things, like, sitting here, like, let me tell you, I made a review for Quiet Place Day 1. I still need to watch Alien Romulus. But, whatever movie it's called, Don't Breathe did not come out this year. It definitely does crack, like, my top 5 horror films or something. I definitely did probably like it more than 2013 Evil Dead. Who knows? I'll have to figure that out later. After I watch Alien Romulus, like, how I rank Fede Alvarez. But where I put that film, how I rank them. But Sting, because I put Alien I put Quiet Place Day 1 in my top 10 list, top 10 movies of the year list so far, like when June came out, like halfway through the year. And I'm like, I've heard a lot of good reviews about Alien Romulus. Maybe that'll take over in that spot for the horror mention. And now that I watched Sting, I'm at a loss for words, like at a roadblock going, okay, what do I do now? Like, do I just automatically put that in there because I liked it so much? Like, all the things I've just told you about how much I liked it. But at the same time, I need to watch Alien Romulus. You know what? I'm not going to make any judgment here. I'm going to wait until I watch Alien Romulus. I'm going to, like, rank the Fede Alvarez movies, and then I'm going to wait and find, like, you know, do two things in one here. I'm going to rank the Fede Alvarez movies, and I'm going to wait to see how I feel about deciding on Sting and Alien Romulus. So, yeah, that's that. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, why didn't you watch Odyssey and Don't Breathe 2 and Alien Romulus before you made this podcast? Well, guys, don't worry. There will be more episodes on the way, so quiet. Hold your horses. Anyway, I'll come back with you on all that information. But Odyssey might take a little bit more time for me to sit on, because I'm still sitting on my mind here trying to feel like I couldn't watch it. I tried to get, like, into the first couple minutes. Oh, I'm a Dumbo, because there's another thing I watched that was completely awesome. It wasn't as great as Sting. It wasn't, it was okay. So, last night, I was sitting in my friend's room, and while they were playing a video game, and, you know, like I said, I'm trying to decide a bit about Alien Romulus and then Sting. So, last night I watched Maxine. If you don't know what Maxine is, it's the third installment in the X trilogy. X-Men, X-Force. X came out first. It has Jenna Ortega in it, and Mia Goth. Mia Goth then not made another film, but she was in another film, the prequel to X, called Pearl. Loved them both. Then the third one comes out, called Maxine. Saw the trailer, I was like, I gotta watch that. Then I watched it last night. Well, what I thought it was awesome. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Maxine, is not only did I think it was awesome, a great, fantastic conclusion to the third film in the trilogy, you know, great. was a great film. Kevin Bacon in there, Giancarlo Esposito, Mia Goth is the lead of Maxine Minx. Michelle Monaghan is a detective. The one dude from that one movie, I think it was the Ant-Man dad, wasn't he? Let me. Should have this stuff on hand. That's why I'm looking it up in the podcast, because it makes it even better. That makes you know how much knowledge I have by looking up the Maxine cast. Let's go over to Maxine. Simon Prast as the dude. Oh, he wasn't. He was an ex. Okay, well that's interesting. Oh, maybe he was the dad in that. Anyway, as the dad of Maxine. And Bobby Cannavale. That's right. He was the dad. He was the stepdad in Ant-Man. Oh, he was in Jumanji too? No way. So yeah, he was the stepdad of Cassie in Ant-Man. So Michelle Monaghan. Yep. Okay. So that's all about it. Everybody, Maxine. It was great. It was a great conclusion. Taking place in Hollywood. It's a different genre this time around. All three of the movies in the X trilogy are different genres. I love the trilogy. I love the finale. I mean, like this final movie. So it was great and all, but I recommend it to you. If you've seen the other two, Pearl and X, recommend it to you. But to me, like, I feel like it's hard for me to put Maxine in my top 10 of the year when many people had some sort of issues with it. I could do it. I really could. But to me, even though it was great, like, it'll be in my honorable mentions at the end of the year list for me, for sure. It just did not give me enough, like, yes, as Sting did. Because there was something about Sting that I was not expecting at all, like the family relationship, the way they did the spider stuff, and it was just awesome. Also, I don't even know how long Maxine was. I mean, it doesn't even matter how long the film is, but, like, something about Sting just was like, Sting and Don't Breathe, though, the way they're shorter than an hour and a half. Like, it's not even, both the films are not even an hour and a half long. And that's what makes it fascinating for me for both Sting and Don't Breathe. It's just the way they do it in such a short runtime. Maxine's great too, but I feel like it could have been shorter, kind of like it wasn't bad, it was great and all, but just maybe felt a little bit too long. I mean, I think it was fine enough for the runtime, but that's everything I watched. That is really everything I watched. And apologies for my scratching my nose. It happens quite a lot here. Not just on the channel, but behind the screen, I guess. And, guys, I'm going to call that a day. So, I'm going to call it a day here on the channel. I'm going to be back here on the channel. I'm going to call that a day on the episode. So, thank you guys so much for checking this episode out. Episode 1 of Behind the Screen and revival of my podcast. Not of my podcast, but not of the original podcast, but of a podcast here on the channel. So it's all crazy here on the channel. And if you liked it so much, please don't forget to hit that like button. I would highly appreciate that. If you want more of this type of thing, please hit that like button. I would highly appreciate that, because I'm definitely down to make more episodes in the future. So yeah, I love to talk about movies, my life, and everything, all the above. Lego was just kind of out the picture, since I rebranded my channel and stuff. So I'm here to talk about, whatever you guys, leave comments below, if you have anything on your mind that be like, talk about this. And also, I will get back to you on scheduling wise, and like whatever, make another one, whatever my next episode's coming out, and I might even put it in the community tab, like what things are happening, and if vlogs, and if I have a guest on the show, on the podcast show here, I'll let you guys know what's happening. I'll ask my friends if they'll like to hop on, because I know that I've shown you in my Deadpool vlog, but who knows what's happening? I don't know what's happening, but something will happen. So if you guys want to see more stuff like this, let me know in the comments below, because I definitely will make it. But who knows? I don't know. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me at Boba Fett Jedi Master. The link is down below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, Lego. It's not like I went. I don't think I've made my outro. Did I do that on my shoot? Did I do that on my room tour? I don't know. I might have. I'm gonna laugh if I actually said Legos View at 11 at the end of my room tour. I hope I didn't. I'm gonna have to go watch that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel Screen Speak. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me. Keep calm, watch the screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.